Hi everyone, in this video we're going to do an example of using the factor theorem. The question says to use the factor theorem to determine if x plus 4 is a factor of the function, which happens to be a cubic polynomial, f of x equals x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x minus 12. Let's go ahead and work through this problem very carefully. Solution. Okay, so first I just have to tell you what the factor theorem is. So let's suppose that little p is a polynomial. The factor theorem says that little p of c is going to be equal to 0. And this, by the way, happens to be, this is key, the remainder you get when you divide, okay? And this is equivalent to saying that x minus c is a factor of little p of x. Okay, so basically in our problem we have x plus 4 and we're trying to see if it's a factor of this function, right? So we're trying to get the right hand side of this. So we're just going to look at the remainder. So if we can check the remainder, if the remainder is 0, then we know that it's going to be a factor. If the remainder is not 0, then it's not going to be a factor, because this is an if and only if statement. Okay, so it goes both ways. That's why you have that arrow. It's called the biconditional arrow. All right, so now we just have to divide. So because we're going to divide using synthetic division, the first step is to switch the sign here. I'm going to fix my pen here. It's a little bit too thick. I don't know what happened there. There we go. So -4, there we go. And now we're going to write down the coefficients of our polynomial. So the coefficient of x cubed is 1. The coefficient of x squared is 2. The coefficient of x is -11, and the coefficient, well, there's no coefficient, it's the constant. Then you write a line. All right, the first step is just to bring that number down. So you bring it down, so 1, and you multiply. 1 times -4 is -4. We add and we get -2. -2 times -4 is going to give us a +8. You add here, we're going to get -3. -3 times -4 is going to give us a +12. We add and we get 0. So we can rejoice because the remainder is 0, right? So because the remainder is 0, we know that we just divided by x plus 4. So the answer is yes, right? Because the question is it a factor? Yes, the answer is yes, right? If we get something here that's not 0, then the answer is no. But because we got 0, it's yes, and it's a factor. This is very important, and it's used later as you continue learning mathematics, especially when you're trying to find all the zeros of a function or all the roots or solutions of an equation. If you enjoyed this video, or if you learned anything, consider subscribing, liking, sharing. Also, I have courses. Check out the links in the description. I hope it's been helpful. Good luck to you.